All right, y'all, so today I'm going to talk to you about the Irrigation Smart Irrigation System, and I'm going to explain some of the great features about it, what makes it so different and innovative, and in the end I'm going to tell you the thing that I like most about it, which cannot be done by any other irrigation system on the market today. Let's get into it. So I'm sure you've seen other videos with this irrigation system. This head is quite unique, has a different look to it, a different spray pattern, and I think the thing that most of you know about this irrigation system, or the way it works, is that it can actually adjust itself to spray around obstacles. So instead of being just a rotor that flies everywhere and can go on the sidewalks or the driveway, what this irrigation system is, you can dial it in. You can see here I've got it flying full length all the way down, up to 25 to 30 feet or so it'll go. But what you can do is you'll see when it comes over here on the edge, it will actually dial itself down and only spray the grass and not go into the sidewalk over there. That's what most of you know about it, and that is actually one of the smartest things about it, because it keeps the water where you want it and it doesn't waste it on the sidewalk. However, that is not the best part of this irrigation system. Again, I'll show you that in the end. But before I do, let's talk a little bit about how it works. So right here, this is an Irrigation Smart Head, and this is what makes it work the way it does. But before I can explain to you why this is special and what's unique about it, let me first take you back and show you how a traditional irrigation system works. All right, so here we are at my house where I have a traditional irrigation system, and there's probably three parts to an irrigation system that most of you know about. Let's go over them. The first part is the controller. You can see mine's a little gnarly here, but this is basically the brain box of the system. And you look at these colored wires here, each of these colored wires, they represent a zone. And then somewhere on your property, wow, holy cow. And then somewhere on your property, you're gonna have a valve box, and that's what's in here. These are called valves. And right here, this is the pressure side, so there's water pressure in here. And on this side, it's dry, and these are the valves that open to allow the water to go through. And then the third part of every system, of course, are the rotors or the heads. That's the business end where the water... Hey, I'm trying to shoot a video here. That's the business end where the water comes out, obviously. It goes into the lawn. So when you program a zone, let's say zone 1, for example, that has a color that corresponds with it. For me, it's red. So red is zone 1. So when I tell this controller turn on zone 1, or I have a system, or I have a program running and it says turn on zone 1, electricity goes through that red wire right there. And here it is on the other end, and this one goes to one of these valves. And so when it says open zone 1, this is called a solenoid, and the solenoid triggers this valve to open. Remember, there's water pressure on this side. The solenoid says open. When the valve opens, water starts flowing out. And then there are pipes that go all under everywhere. And the zone 1 pipes, they're running under the driveway out to here or wherever they go. And they go all the way out, and then they tell those rotors in zone 1 to come on and start spraying water. And then let's say you had that zone 1 on, you had it programmed to run, say, 20 minutes. And so 20 minutes later, the red wire sends another signal. The solenoid gets a signal and it closes and the valve shuts off. And there's no longer water on this end anymore. There's just water going back here and everything is shut off. That's how a traditional irrigation system works. The thing I'd like to point out is that these rotors here that are spraying the water, there's nothing electronic about them. They're just mechanical. The water goes through and the volume and the pressure makes them go back and forth like this, but they don't really have any control over everything. They're just subject to whatever water pressure is being put to them. Now, there are different ways to set that up. You'll see here in a residential setting, all the valves are in one box together. I think they do that to make it easier for maintenance. On golf courses, things like that, the valves are kind of spread all over the place, closer to where the zones are. But for residential, mostly you'll find all the valves in one single box like that. And again, that's just making it easier for maintenance. But that's how a traditional system works. The head unit or the controller tells the valve to open. That valve opens according to whatever zone it was. The water goes for how long, then the valve is closed and you're done with your cycle. So like you've seen, a traditional irrigation system, I would call it a dumb system. It's not really dumb, but an analog system. It works on those valves. Well, this here, the Irrigation Smart Head, every single head, and I have 6 of them out here, is actually a valve, but it's also the rotor at the same time. Now, I elected to have my system professionally installed. You can actually do this yourself, and they also have a lot of training videos online that'll help. The main reason that I elected to have professionals do it is, number 1, because this is sponsored and they're gonna pay for it, so it's just obvious. But number 2 is time. I just didn't have the time. I'm by myself out here. I just didn't have the time to put into all this. And again, there was some unknown to it, something that took the professionals literally maybe 8 to 10 hours to do would have taken me 3 or 4 days, more than likely. Now, they do have really good support that answers the phone very quickly. So as you're installing, if you do need to call their support, they're there to help you. So definitely something that a DIYer can do. However, if you do decide to have one of these systems installed, they do have installers pretty much all over the country that they can recommend you to that know how to do these Irrigation systems. Now, the one thing that I did do on my own is all of the calibration and setup. The installers will do that for you too, but I wanted to do that because I wanted to go through the app. I wanted to see how everything worked. That way, if the system ever did need troubleshooting in the future, if I was the one that did all the calibration, I would kind of understand what to look for. And the first thing you do when you start one of these heads is you do a pressure test. And that's one of the things that makes this different, because this smart head, it's going to measure the pressure and volume of water that is being fed to it, and it will then adjust its spray pattern or spray length based on that available pressure and volume. So it's not just sitting there going, well, whatever comes out, it's what comes out, and you gotta, you know, with traditional heads, you gotta maybe sometimes put in different anglers or things like that. This does all that automatically. It senses what kind of water volume and pressure it has, and then it adjusts the stream for that. And then additionally, what that allows you to do is set up a, I call it a geofence, I'm not really sure what the right term is, but set up a pattern for spray, so that way it won't spray on the sidewalks. It'll spray around shrubs or trees. Because the first thing you did was that pressure and volume test, now the second thing you can do is set up the spray pattern, and it will adjust that based on knowing what pressure and volume is going to come out of this. And so that's how you're able to get it in such a precision manner, because it knows exactly how far it can spray, and then when you adjust it back or forward, it will match that based on the available water that it has. So after you do your pressure setup, and then you set up your geofence, which is actually kind of fun to do that. I sat back on my truck and just watched it go and dialed it in. The app is very intuitive, it's very easy to use. But after you do that, then you can actually set up your schedule. And that pretty much works like anything else. You tell it what time of day to run, things like that. Now, only one head runs at a time, but what you're gonna find is this actually ends up being a lot faster. And this brings me to the real reason that I love this thing more than any other system, and that is because when you look in the app and you tell it how long to go, all right, so I've got you all set up, you know how far you're spraying all around in your circle, everything is good there, I've told you what time to run, you know, that kind of thing. Instead of it saying run the head for 10 minutes or 30 minutes like you're used to in a traditional analog system, what this one does is it says run to a 1/2 inch. And so because it knows the pressure and volume that's coming out of here and it monitors it, it will circle around until it puts down a 1/2 inch of water. Now you can see why I think that is so special, because I always tell people, what do they say? They show me a picture of their lawn, I can tell it's underwater, and I go, well, what's your irrigation like? And what do they say? Well, I water for 20 minutes every single day. I say, that doesn't give me enough information. You need to do a tuna can test. Understand how long does your system in each zone take to put down a 1/2 inch of water. Water deep and infrequent, one half inch of water every couple 2-3 days. You guys have heard me say that hundreds and hundreds of times. Well, this system takes all of that guesswork out. You're not just guessing 10 minutes, 20 minutes. No, you tell it, put down a 1/2 inch of water, and because it's smart and it knows, it runs this particular head, it runs each head till it puts down a 1/2 inch of water, then it shuts off and goes to the next one. That right there is the smartest thing about this system as far as I'm concerned. And one other thing I'll point out, see how fat those streams are? Because they're so fat, again, it's putting down a lot more water, but also that fat stream means that when wind blows, it's much less likely to blow off target. Now, it still will, obviously, in heavy winds, but you've seen traditional rotors that are throwing out more of a mist. That water can blow 20, 30, 40 feet. This won't do that. This really stays in place because of that fat stream. Now, as I mentioned, I'm actually running this off a generator. So that means every time I come out here, I have to start it up manually. And I have run a few cycles just coming out here and waiting, but I've actually mostly just been running it manually for right now. I should have electricity in this place in the next couple weeks, and I'll do another video showing you the full setup of all the zones and how all that runs. But right now I've been running it manually, and I think that's important with these smart systems because a lot of smart systems are not easy to run manually. You know, there are gonna be times when your internet goes out, and so you won't be able to use the app, but you can run it manually from the app. It's easy. You just hit the start button and it runs the zone and puts down the water you want, and then it stops. But if your internet's out, and again, that happens out here. I have a Starlink, it works pretty well, but sometimes it just doesn't work, too much cloud cover, whatever it is. So they have made this easy to run manually from the app, but if your internet's down, you can run it right from the controller. Also super easy to run manually that way. I hope you'll be able to hear me with the generator, but all you do is come in here, open it up, and see I can dial it in and it'll tell me. There it is, digital zone 1, digital zone 2, right? So I just go to here to, I'm running digital zone 3, you push that in and bam, now you're running manually. So it's really that easy. One other thing I'll say is that this system can run a traditional system along with the smart head. So let's say that you have at your house, you already have a sprinkler system in the front yard and you have, say, 4 zones, and you want to add an Irrigation smart system to the backyard. Well, that controller can run your 4 existing traditional zones, and then you can hook up smart heads through that same controller and run those for the backyard. So it's very easy to replace your current controller with the Irrigation controller, keep all of the irrigation that you have, and then add on with Irrigation smart irrigation on top of that. One other thing I'll show you, remember how I said I have 6 heads out here, or 6 zones? Well, I actually have 7. In 2026, they just added a brand new drip head. So this is great if you have landscape beds or if you have a garden and you want to add on to your system. You can put drip irrigation in. Now you can see I got a lot of work to do in this bed right here, but that's another thing that they've just added. You can add right onto your system a drip head, and now you can take care of landscape beds, flower beds, gardens, whatever you want. Add right onto your current system, works flawlessly, added right in. So there you go. There is your introduction to the Irrigation smart irrigation system. I've actually had this installed now since March. It's been running great. Like I said, the thing I love the most about it is that it puts down that heavy water stream, so I'm 100% sure I got that ½ inch of water when I need it. I will be doing more videos here coming up as I actually get electricity installed out here so I can run schedules and things like that. I'll show you how the app works a little bit more, show you some of the different ways that you can dial this in. But again, this is a great system, something very different. If you are interested at all, like I said, I'll leave links below. You can get more information. Thank you so much for watching. Leave me your comments, questions below. I'll see you in the lawn.